Fun fact of the day, even though I am self-employed, I do commute to work mostly every day unless I spend the night here in my YouTube studio slash apartment. I actually live with my parents half the time because, I kind of like my family sometimes. And, it's nice to be able to get up in the morning and like go to work, get into like a different mindset, and then be encouraged to like come home and eat dinner and whatever. But anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. And as I travel back and forth, of course, I have to have a bag to carry all of my tech stuff with me. So in this video, we're gonna be going over what this bag is, what's inside of it, and also just going over my everyday carry in general. So I'm recording this voiceover after I shot this POV clip here. Here's my bag of choice. It's the Coach Beckett Flat Brief in black. I got it for $179 off the Coach Outlet online shop. And yeah, this bag is solid, high quality, great clasp. There's a pocket for my laptop, for my iPad. I can cram so much stuff in here. I probably have stretched this out. I'm actually worried, but yeah, it's a really high quality bag. The best bag I've ever had. I've had cheap backpacks and stuff in the past, so I wanted to buy a nice bag, and I bring this everywhere I go. I bring it to my parents' house. I bring it to my studio apartment that I'm actually in right now, and I also use this in school to bring my laptop and iPad, which I'll talk about in a few minutes here. The handle is really nice, as I'm showing you right here, and overall, yeah, a very, very solid bag with a great strap as well, which I'm about to show you, I believe. Yep, here I am touching the strap, and yeah, just a great bag overall once again. Next up, we got my studio monitors of choice. These are the M50X BTs. I use these to edit YouTube videos, so I connect these via Bluetooth to the Mac that I'm using, and yeah, they offer great volume and accurate sound quality, and they're $160 on Amazon. I highly recommend them if you do video production. Next up, we got a very stupid purchase. This is my $400 Gucci Supreme Web wallet. You don't have to buy this. There are wallets that are a tenth of the cost that are way better in some ways, but I really enjoy this. I went to the Somerset collection in Troy, and oops, I'm trying to open this one-handed here. Yeah, we're not. This is, Noah, what are you doing? Dude, hello? What? So I finally got it opened up here, and yeah, this was definitely a splurge. I don't buy stupid stuff all the time, but I happened to go to the Somerset collection in Troy, and I saw this, and I fell in love with it, and I bought it. But anyway, don't be me. Don't buy a Gucci wallet. Buy a cheaper one that's just as good. Anyway, here is the iPad Pro 12.9 inch, an actual useful device that you should spend your money on. I use it for college, note taking. I also keep a planner here, although I probably should. I've been lazy lately. I've been, on break, so I got to get back into the habit of being organized. But yeah, I love this device for so many reasons. I've talked about it for the past year and a half. Y'all know me and my iPad content, but yeah, I use it with the Magic Keyboard and trackpad. As you can see here, it's a very solid device. It really could replace my laptop or my MacBook in many ways. It can accomplish a lot of the stuff I do on a day-to-day basis, but yeah, I primarily use it for school here. I think I'm looking at some business class notes. And also real quick here, I want to do a brief shout out to our channel sponsor, Paperlike. If you don't know who they are, they make these incredible screen protectors that emulate paper. I mean, I had been note-taking for several years with composition notebooks and just on loose leaf, in school, and it's really great to have that sort of rough texture back or implemented into my digital experience. So I highly recommend you pick one of these up here. I'll leave a link in the video description if you're interested. All right, next up, let's talk about a very vital device in my creative workflow. This is the M1 MacBook Pro. I've been using this for the past month and a half to edit all of my YouTube videos and thumbnails, and it's been a pretty decent experience. I'm definitely waiting for bigger and better things from Apple. But yeah, I mean, I use Final Cut Pro on this on a day-to-day basis. I edit here in my studio apartment and also at my parents' house as well, so I'm very flexible with regard to my workflow. I'm actually gonna bring this footage and audio home to edit tonight so I can, be with my family. But yeah, it's a great device. The M1 chip is incredibly powerful, and of course, I can't wait to see what other chips Apple has up their sleeve. And of course, beyond my creative workflow, I also do business emails and word processing with this laptop within Google Chrome. Not to mention, I also use the MacBook Air M1 solely for school. That is my exclusive school laptop. So I'll often interchange the two, and sometimes I'll have them in the same bag at the same time, depending on the day. But now that I'm on break, I'm really mostly carrying around my MacBook Pro. Anyways, next up here, we got my watch of choice, and of course, it's an Apple Watch. It's a Series 6 in stainless steel, and I gotta type in the password here, one sec. And I had initially bought one in space gray with the Milanese loop, but what's really funny is that didn't fit me because I have tiny little bird wrists, and I actually had to return that and then swap it out for a silver one because that's all they had in stock. And I'm actually happy I did because it goes with my iPhone 12 Pro. and I have the leather loop with it, which barely fits me, so that's really fun. But yeah, I love this watch. It's a really nice piece, and I use it to control music and also check the weather and send texts, you know, the usual Apple Watch stuff. Next up, we got the iPhone 12 mini, which is my sort of secondary phone here, a very tech YouTuber thing, of course. The iPhone 12 Pro is my primary phone, but I do really enjoy using this small form factor phone here. It is a great camera, and I'll flip it around so you can see me shooting with my 12 Pro here. Here we go. So yeah, both these phones can shoot really amazing HDR 4K, and they're just great for everyday stuff. The OLED displays are fantastic. Like I said, I primarily use my 12 Pro, but of course I'm using that to record this video. But yeah, amazing phones. This was a great year for iPhone. I know some people were disappointed with the lack of 120 hertz, but I love the new designs and of course the displays as well. Next up, we got AirPods Pro. I use these religiously, even more so than my AirPods Max, even though I just got those and they're cool, I guess. The AirPods Pro are a fantastic value. I did a review of them last year, and yeah, they offer great sound, great noise cancellation, and they're super convenient for music listening. Next up, we got a crucial accessory to my daily workflow. It's an Anker 8-in-1 USB Type-C hub that has a 4K 60 capable HDMI port, 2 USB Type-C ports, one for data, one for power, 2 USB-A, an SD card slot, and yeah, it gets hot when I use it, but it was $60 and it works quite well for what I need it for. And of course, I wouldn't be a tech YouTuber if I wasn't using a T5 SSD from Samsung. This is one of my two 2TB drives. This is my fall 2021. That's why I have a piece of tape on it so I can distinguish the two. And yeah, it's an excellent external SSD. I highly recommend getting one of these over paying for the really expensive internal storage within like your MacBook. And yeah, it serves me very nicely. Next up, we got another crucial piece of my creative workflow. These are SanDisk Ultra SD cards that I'm failing to hold in this clip here. Basically, you don't need the most amazing or extreme SD cards to get your work done. These work great with my A6400, and I use my 64 gig card for audio and my 128 gig cards for video footage. And then we got two important pandemic tools, hand sanitizer, which I actually have to be better about using myself. And then we have my crumpled up Walgreens typical face mask that has only taken 8 months to feel normal on my face. But you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. We're almost out of the woods yet. Hopefully, knock on wood, crossing my fingers. And that about wraps things up here. I hope this video was fun. I'm glad I got to show you my everyday carry. Of course, there are a couple, you know, smarter choices you can make compared to me, but you know, buying tech and reviewing tech is my job, so I do have a little bit of fun here and there. I'd appreciate it if you leave a like on this video, comment if you have any questions, suggestions, or opinions, and of course, subscribe for more content like this. I got my bag packed up and ready to go, and I'm gonna go home and edit this video. And as always, I'm Noah, and I will catch you all in the next one.